his information.
Yeah, I had Aaron. Yeah, I did have something to him. Here's the always you might be one.
So they used to call up here, huh? They used to call here. All right. Officer Carter is on you.
Oh, okay.
State of Michigan 36th District Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Sean Perkins is presiding. While courts in session, all participants must sit up in an upright position and do not walk around while on camera. There's absolutely no smoking, eating, drinking, chewing gum, laying down, or sleeping while you're logged into Zoom, even if you are in the waiting room. Do not unmute your devices unless you're asked to by the court. Good morning. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Officer. Good morning, everyone. All right, let's. Okay, Ms. Carson, I'm gonna, you want to speak with the city attorney? I'm gonna, I have your file up here, or maybe your client's file, and I'll give you, so when he comes in the room, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Very much. Mr. Greenberg?
Yes, sir.
I have Dalda Gay.
Yes, that's
That
Abdu.
That's Abdu Gay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me see what we have here. Now, this Dowda is what is his real name?
Well, I believe it's Dowda. I don't have his driver's license. I mean, he's not originally from this country.
So what about Abdu Gay here?
That's what it had. That's the name on his screen. It is Dowda. It is Dowda Gay.
Okay, okay. All right, that's very well. The offer here is to a disorderly conduct. I will, and for testing and morality classes, I will fine them $240 and we'll set a review date. How long in advance will we have to do the date? 0 months, 3 months?
But it's just a review. What's the term? 3 months? Well, yeah,
A 3-month review.
To get the,
Again, if you want to try to do any better than that, which I can't say it will, but I can't say it won't either, but I can give you the opportunity to speak with the city attorney as well too.
Yeah, Your Honor, I appreciate that under the circumstances, because I'm quite familiar with you know, what my client has told me and the circumstances and everything. I probably should talk with the city attorney on this one.
Okay. All right. I'll set that aside. So those two.
Thank you, Your Honor.
and then do those dates.
All right. We need some files. Yes, we got the dates. Okay. Let's get Mr. Gray, Sheriff Gray. I have an iPhone on here that hasn't been named.
For Danielle Granberry.
Let's see that. Say that again, Ms. Granberry. Speak again, Ms. Granberry.
Yes.
That would be you. Did you call, did you get disconnected and come back on or something?
Yes, because I didn't know how to get into the Zoom.
All right.
So I tried to call so that I would be in the courtroom.
All right, you can mute your phone until your name is called, please.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Gray, Rashad,
Hello.
which one are you?
I'm
Mr.
trying to
Rashad
find
Gray?
Yeah, I'm right here.
I don't see you.
I'm trying to turn on my camera. It keeps saying won't allow.
Okay, so you have a unregistered, untitled, no insurance, misdemeanor, improper plates. The offer in the file is to plead to the improper plates. That would be a 0-point offense, no abstraction. It would be a $240 fine, and I would give you as much time as you need to pay. You have the other two counts will be dismissed. And you have Mr. Reed on the line if you want to speak with him in detail about this offer, or you have the right to go to trial. You tell me what you want to do.
I agree to plea.
All right. Are we ready, Ms. Wilson?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. This is the City of Detroit versus Rashad Trayvon Gray, SP 1093628, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Gray, as I stated off the record, you have an offer in the file here would be to plead to the improper plates and dismiss the other two counts. That improper plates is a 0-point offense, 0 abstraction. I mentioned that I would fine you $240. Mr. Gray, it's my understanding that you want to avail yourself to this offer?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Gray, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you
Yes.
swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Mr. Gray, I want to go through some couple of questions with you. You do understand that you have a right to a trial in this matter?
Yes, sir.
And you do understand by taking this deal, you'll be waiving those trial rights, and you'll no longer have a right. You'll no longer have an option to go to trial.
Yes, sir.
And has anybody promised you anything other than what I just stated on the record?
No, sir.
Are you taking this on your own free will?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Gray, I'm going to draw your attention to the June 25th, 2020 at around 2:10 p.m. In the area of Greenfield in Florence in the city of Detroit. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, sir.
And were you driving a 2006 Pontiac Green?
Yes, sir.
And did that Pontiac Green have either invalid plates or no plate or something of that?
Yes, sir.
And what was wrong with that Pontiac's plates?
It was like a fake paper plate,
All right,
but I didn't
so,
know it was fake until I got stopped because that was my first car.
but you realize that that plate was not proper.
Yes.
The court is going to accept your plea to the improper plates. The court is going to fine you $240, Mr. Gray, and dismiss the other 2 counts. How much time do you need to pay?
A week.
All right, Mr. Gray, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 30 days till July 16th. Hopefully you can get that paid in a week, but if not, you got the extra time. Mr. Gray, I'm going to tell you that if you find yourself by July 16th unable to pay this fine, I will hope that you would chime back in or Zoom back in and ask the court for some more time, and we can see if we can do that. I don't want to see this snowball into extra penalties and fees, okay?
Okay, understood.
All right. If you don't have any other further questions, Mr. Gray, then you're free to leave.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too.
Let me get Brian London, please.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. London. How are you?
I'm fair. How about yourself?
Very well, thank you. Let me ask you this question, Mr. London. How is your driver's license?
I'm trying to get my driver's license all together now. I've paid all my tickets, and this is the last situation I need to get taken care of.
All right, and let me ask you, Mr. Goss?
Yes, sir.
It looks like Mr. London had three tickets that roll along with this. Defective equipment, no insurance, no valid registration. He paid off 3 of those.
The list of.
It's just that the driving while license is suspended. All right, Mr. London, you got a gift in June here. The city attorney is willing to dismiss. Let me call the case. This is the city of Detroit versus Brian Lloyd London, case number SP 103-68791. Mr. London, it's been an offer in the file here to dismiss this matter. We do see that you have paid all of the other related civil infractions that went along with this, and we do accept the fact and that you have some points that are going to be attached to your license based on those payments. But since that's the case, we're going to dismiss this matter.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, you are going to be responsible though for I'll waive the warrant fee, but you are going to be responsible for a $45 reinstatement fee.
Okay, no problem.
And you're going to have to pay that before you can approach the Secretary of State, at least for the city of Detroit. I don't know what you have in any other jurisdictions, but if you pay that $45, you will be all clear with the city of Detroit.
Okay, Judge, I have one question. I'm sorry.
Very well, go ahead.
On my paperwork, it says that I was supposed to have a court date with Deborah Lewis Langston. I just want to make sure that, my paperwork wasn't incorrect.
You're in the right place.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I'm taking over for her.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure everything's good.
All right. If no other questions, you're free to leave, Mr. London.
Okay, I have one question. I paid the $45 where to Secretary of State?
You can pay that to the 36th District Court. You can look up your name and that fee should be under your name.
Okay.
You can either come down to the court, you can go to any DivDav kiosk in the city of Detroit, or you can pay it online. I can give you the case number if you need it.
Okay, no problem. I'll just come down and take care of it.
All right, all right, all right. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Who's that attorney for?
Those two. So you have Marvin Lewis, Miss Stephanie Person, and Mr. Greenberg has, he wants to speak to you. Both of them want to speak to you in a break.
Okay. I need to call me.
So let's get Grimes up next. Yes. Shantini Grimes, did I get that, pronounce that right?
Yes, sir, you did. You pronounced it right, Judge.
Pardon me?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's create your name, Ms. Grimes.
I'm about to go get on the line right now.
You're gonna get in the breakout room, right?
Yeah, I'm coming back to sign on the Zoom right now.
What?
Here before, Ms. Grimes,
What?
I'm sorry.
Where?
who's got their phone, needs to mute their phone? I'm speaking only to Ms. Grimes, everybody else should be muted.
I'm sorry, Judge. What did you say?
Were you here before?
I made a mistake and logged into your docket yesterday,
I was gonna take care of your case yesterday when you logged in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You hung up too soon, but I did have a problem finding your name. And I'm having that same problem today. I don't know why.
Would you prefer the case number?
You have a case number?
I do. That'll be SP9.
For here, I'm just not very proficient on this computer yet, so.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Your Honor, I'm online.
All right. I'm gonna put Mrs. Carson in the room first. And then I'm gonna put Mr. Greenberg.
Yes, Your Honor.
Listen, Mr. Carson.
Good morning.
So, just list the other.
Can you tell me?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, hi.
What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Kristen Elise Garner.
Good morning, Ms. Garner.
Good morning.
All right, I don't see you on my docket. Oh, I do.
I pressed the button so that I could speak with Judge Langston, and
you'll be speaking with me today, Mrs. Gardner, so,
Okay.
I have your name, and, if you can mute your phone until I call you, please.
No problem.
Thank you. All right, so Ms. Grimes, I do see that, there's an offer in the file here. Do you have any insurance, Ms. Grimes?
For that vehicle, honestly, no, I don't even have that vehicle.
Do you
That is
have
a
any
vehicle
insurance
that-
now?
I have insurance for the vehicle I have now. I don't have that vehicle at all.
Do you have plates on that, right plates on that vehicle?
I have that vehicle, Judge.
I'm asking you for your vehicle now.
Oh, yes, I have the plates for that vehicle, but the vehicle isn't yet registered because I'm in the midst of getting my license and everything together.
All right, let's
So
here.
my mom was supposed to register it. My mom got it from a private buyer as a gift, and I'm supposed to be handling my tickets. So I handled the tickets. So I don't know if she actually has gotten the plates or not, because honestly, I'm not even allowed to pull it out the garage until I pay my license and get it right.
Okay, here's the offer. I do see that you paid a civil infraction that went along with this and no plates. The offer here in the file is to plead to improper plates, which is 0 point offense. It's 0 abstraction. It's a $240 fine, and dismiss the other charge. You have a right to speak with an attorney. You have the right to a trial, and you have a right to speak with Mr. Reed if you would like to. I can put you in a breakout room.
No, sir, I accept the plea.
This is the city of Detroit versus Chantanique Monet Grimes. Case number SP 9771161 and case number SP 9771162. Mrs. Grimes, I just off the record explained to you the offer, which would be to plead to the amended count of improper plates. It's a 0 point offense. There's no abstraction. There's a $240 fine. I will give you as much time as you need to pay, Ms. Grimes. The other case will be dismissed. Mrs. Grimes, you have indicated that you want to avail yourself of this offer.
Yes, I do want to accept the offer that you offered.
Okay, Ms. Grimes, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Or you can put your hand down. Ms. Grimes, you understand that you have a right to a trial, correct?
I do.
And you understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that right to a trial.
Yes, I do.
And has anybody promised you anything other than what I've just stated in the record?
No, sir.
Are you taking this offer on your own free will?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Ms. Grimes, let me draw your attention back to May 6, 2019 at around 3:59 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of the Lodge Freeway and Chicago Boulevard. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit police?
I did.
And were you driving a 2000 black Chevy?
I was.
And did that Chevy have either no plates, expired plates, or something wrong with the plates?
No plates, sir.
And you knew that Chevy didn't have any plates on it, right?
Yes, I was supposed to be.
I'm gonna accept your plea to the amended count of improper plates, Ms. Grimes. I'm gonna fine you $240 in the matter. I'm gonna dismiss the other charge. How much time do you need to pay, Ms. Grimes?
1 second. I'm sorry for going out. I'm just going to my pay schedule. I can play it within the next 30 days.
Okay, Ms. Grimes, I'm gonna give you till July 16th to pay that. I'm gonna tell you that if you find yourself in a position that you're unable to pay that by the July 16th date, then I would hope that you would Zoom back in so that the court can see if we can give you some more time, because I don't want this to turn into more penalties and fees, okay?
Yes, sir, not at all. Thank you so much.
All right, any other questions, Ms. Grimes?
Will I need to pay any fees to the Secretary of State as far as my license?
You're gonna have to pay, I'm gonna waive the warrant fees. You have 2 warrant fees I'm gonna waive. You're gonna have to pay the reinstatement fees. So you have $245 reinstatement fees. That's not a part of this order here, Mrs. Grimes. I'm only concerned really about the $240. However, if you wanna go get your license, you're gonna have to make sure you pay those $245 fees.
Okay, and did you also see a record of the warrant that I paid downtown? The warrant that I paid off downtown?
You have a bond?
Yes, I paid the bond off. It says it was $100 bond. I think it was $100 per ticket.
I see that. So I see that on one ticket. Now, I'll explain that to you and everybody else that's on the line. I see you have paid a bond of $100. On both matters. So here's how that works. We can apply that bond. I can have my clerk apply that bond to this. That'll get you most of the way there. However, if I have my clerk apply that bond, then it's going to take almost a month or so to get that bond, or more, to get that bond applied and actually registered in the system. What you can do is either you can pay the $240 up front and that bond will be returned to you, or you can come down to the court and physically ask that person at the window to apply that bond. If you do it that way, then that bond will be applied immediately, and then you can pay the rest of the money you owe, and you'll be copacetic.
Okay, I'll do that. So if I come down and I make the payment to the clerk at the window, and I tell them that I want to use that 200 toward the 240 balance, then I can pay that $45 reinstatement fee per ticket, then I'll be all squared away.
And you'll be all squared away.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day, Ms. Grimes.
You as well, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Carl, how are you doing today?
Your Honor, I'm ready for the other attorneys.
Okay.
Yeah, he showed up downstairs.
Dante. Am I back in the room with you?
He jumped out. He's going into the room with the other attorney.
I apologize, Your Honor.
That's all right. Who is this?
Cedric Carter, he called to review. He's on Zoom.
He's on Zoom. What do we have here, Mr. Paul? Good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
This is the new probation officer.
Okay.
Shantia
What's your name?
Tucker.
How you doing, Ms. Tucker?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
So I have Cedric Carter. I don't know if he had the opportunity to speak with our counsel yet, but.
What's going on?
He's in compliance.
He's in compliance? And what are you gonna do with this?
You know what? He had a little hiccup in regards to his AA meetings because he indicated to probation department that he got into an argument with his girlfriend and she ripped up his AA papers.
Okay.
So that's that's the only thing. But since then, you know, he had tested positive for COVID in May. And he provided that verification that he was positive, so he didn't go out. But since that time, he has been testing, and he has a medical marijuana card, so he's been testing positive for marijuana, but he's good.
Are we closing this out?
Yeah, we can.
All right. So that we don't need to, I'm sure he doesn't need to speak to House Counsel. Just
Okay,
get his case
no
closed out.
problem. We can do
All right.
that. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we
Mr.
discharge.
Mr. Garner? Cedric Garner? Do you see him up there?
But he was in the front of the building, but they wouldn't allow him in.
Mr. Garner's to the top right up there.
No, the bottom, I believe. With the glasses on.
Oh. You gotta unmute yourself, Mr. Garner. Well, until he gets himself together,
No problem.
let's go to Mr. Ms. Carson. What's gonna go on with your client?
Your Honor, Mr. Goss said that once he was finished with his breakout room, he was going to talk to his supervisor regarding an offer.
All right. So, all right. What about Mr. Garner? Did you ever get your audio together? Okay.
Can you hear me
Good
now?
point. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. I'm gonna call the case. Do I need to look up anything else up? I'm asking you to look everything else up. Let's see. All right. So, this is the CP. All right. The court is calling City of Detroit versus Cedric Otis Garner, case number Z8059101. Today is date time set for a review in this case. Ms. McCall, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Michael McCall, on behalf of the probation department.
And I do see Mr. Garner is present on Zoom. Is there, you want to make a record?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Gardner was placed on probation on November 21st, 2019 for 1 year. He was ordered to pay $1,185 in assessed fines and costs. He was ordered to complete the Victims Impact Panel, the Alcohol Anonymous twice weekly, attend and complete the Alcohol Highway Safety class, attend outpatient treatment, submit drug urinalysis, shall not consume any alcohol beverages, pay all outstanding traffic tickets in full, complete 24 hours of community service, and complete the marijuana insight. Mr. Gardner last appeared by Zoom, Your Honor, on February 16, 2021, and his probation was extended for 9 months to a 3-month review. Mr. Gardner was instructed to pay excess fines and coffee in full, continue screening, must provide verification of completing outpatient treatment, provide proof of AA meetings, and at that time, the last judge waived his community service hours and was instructed to return today. And at this time, Mr. Gardner has paid his fines and costs in full. He has completed the Alcohol Highway Safety class along with the Victims Impact Panel. He has taken care of his outstanding traffic tickets. He completed the marijuana insight. And he has provided verification of outpatient treatment. Mr. Gardner does have a medical marijuana card, which was issued on February 14th and expires on February 14th, 2023. And Mr. Gardner, in the month of May, he had missed some screens, Your Honor, and he has provided verification that he had tested positive for COVID. But since that time, he has tested, and his test has been negative besides the marijuana due to the fact that he does have a medical marijuana card. So at this time, probation department don't recommend that Mr. Gardner be discharged from probation.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Gardner. I have no, I'm sure your counsel has no objection. I'm sure you don't have any objection. The only thing I'll say, Mr. Gardner, is this really absolutely now, especially now in the times that we're living in, is absolutely no reason to drink and drive anymore. You know what I mean? So that's all I can say. It sounds like you've taken care of what you needed to take care of. You paid your debt to society. I just wish you the best of luck, Mr. Garner, and if it's nothing else, you're free to leave. That case will be closed out.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Very well, thank you. Good to meet you. All right.
I did put it.
Okay.
Mrs. Garner, I don't have an offer in your file, so I'm gonna have to wait on that. Let me see if there's something I can. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait on yours, Mrs. Garner. Who else do we have?
Did you say that you would have to wait on my file?
Yeah, you don't have an offer in your file yet, and I'm sure you don't want to plead guilty all to at least to everything in there.
You said an offer?
There's no offer yet, so what we're waiting on is the city attorney to put some kind of deal in the file that you could probably possibly live with that I can present to you. So just give them a minute to come back in, and we'll see if we can get that taken care of.
Okay, I'm confused. You said that they didn't have an offer for me?
Just sit tight. Just sit tight, Ms. Garner. Just mute your phone until I call your name, okay?
Not a problem.
Thank you. What about Mr. Council on the line? Mr. Gay, waiting on Mr. Lewis. We have Bianca Garrett. Let's get a Bianca Garrett.
Okay.
And let's get Benny Gregory. And let's get a Aaron McGee.
Hello? Did he say me?
Yeah, I did, Ms. Garrett. Ms. Paul.
How you doing?
Very well.
Remember how we don't get
Just hand me the file that you have.
Mr.
I have Benny Gregory, Bianca Garrett, and Aaron McGee.
Benny Gregory is here.
All right, Mr. Gregory. Have any of those?
Yeah, I got it. Benny.
I have your file, Mr. Gregory.
Yes, sir.
We usually do them with me.
Yeah. So, Mr. Gregory, I have 4 cases in front of me.
It should be 7.
Well, the problem is that you have, the other ones are in default. And these have gone so far back that I am not in the position to entertain a motion to set aside the default, because these go back to 2015, 2014. What I am in the position to do to try and get you, I can try and get you as close to the original amounts to those tickets as I can, and waiving some of the fees and penalties that you've been incurred. Also, in the file, it only covers 1, 2, 3, 7. 2. And then another case out there that doesn't have an offer on it. So what I will do is I will include that case. Let me print this out. And I will, so here's the deal. You have now 4 offenses in front of me, and you are, let me make sure that that's you, so you're getting the right person. Yes, that's what. So I have 4 cases in front of me. The deal will be a 2 for 2. That would be to dismiss, you plead to the amended count of failure to display on both of the driving while license suspended tickets. That's a 0-point offense. However, it is abstractable to the Secretary of State. I'll fine you $240 for each of those cases. And then I'll dismiss the other 2 cases. And then I'll go as far as to try and get you as close to the original amounts of these civil infractions as I can.
Okay, I appreciate that, sir.
You have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Reed on the line if you want to discuss this offer with him, and the implications of it, or we can go ahead if this is what you want to do.
We can proceed now, sir.
All right. Okay. This is the City of Detroit versus Benny Melvin Gregory. Case numbers SP 1273831. Case number SP 338707, counts 1 and 2. And case number SP 4377401. Mr. Gregory, off the record, I just presented an offer to you that's been availed to you by the people. That would be pleading guilty to 2 counts, amended counts of failure to display. I'll fine you $240 for each count. We'll dismiss the other 2 counts. I will give you as much time as you need to pay. It is my understanding, Mr. Gregory, that you want to avail yourself to this offer?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you raise your right hand, Mr. Gregory? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Mr. Gregory, I gotta ask you, you understand you have a right to a trial in these matters?
Yes, sir.
And you understand by taking this offer, you're gonna give that trial right up. You understand that? And has anybody promised you anything other than what has been stated in the record?
No, sir.
And Mr. Gregory, you're taking this on your own free will?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Gregory, let me draw your attention to July 28th, 2015 at 5:53 p.m. in the area of Mack and Fairview Street in the city of Detroit. Mr. Gregory, on that day, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit police?
Yes, sir.
And on that date, did the police ask you for a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't produce that license, could you? And why couldn't you produce that license?
I had it, my license was suspended at that time, and I was
Okay, very well, Mr. Gregory. I'll accept that, and I will find you guilty of the amended count of failure to display, and I'll fine you $240 for that matter. Mr. Gregory, let me draw your attention to November 25th, 2014, at around 4:11 p.m. in the area of Mack and St. Jean in the city of Detroit. Did you have an occasion on that date to be pulled over by the Detroit police?
Yes, sir.
And on that date, were you asked to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't produce that license, could you, Mr. Gregory?
No, sir, I didn't.
And why couldn't you produce that license?
Suspended at the same time.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna accept that, and I'm gonna find you guilty to the amended count of failure to display. I'm gonna fine you $240 in that matter. I'm gonna dismiss the other two matters, and I will give you as much time as you need to pay. How much time would you need to pay that, Mr. Gregory?
I can pay that today, sir.
The $480?
Yes, sir.
I am going to, I'm gonna put July 16th on here, just as a control date. I'm going to waive warrant costs. I'm gonna order you to pay the reinstatement fees. However, that's not gonna be a part of what I'm expecting you to pay today.
Okay.
The $480 is what's gonna be a part of this order. The reinstatement fees, I see you have 4 reinstatement fees. That's going to be on, you're gonna be able to do that on your own volition. You'll have to do that before you approach the Secretary of State for a driver's license. And I'm also gonna waive the excess fees for the civil infractions.
Okay.
So waive penalties for civil infraction. Other than that, Mr. Gregory, I think if you get those things taken care of, you'll be able to, at least you'll be clear here in the 36th District Court.
Okay.
You have any other questions?
Yes, sir. I had bills on, I posted bond on 3 other ticket numbers. What should I do about them? Because I was supposed to come to the court today on those matters as well.
Well, I have incorporated everything in this record. I do see you have a $100 bond for 1 ticket. Let's see what else.
There was a $100 bond on each of the 7 warrants.
Let me ask you this. Are you also go by the name of Midran Gregory?
No, sir.
I mean, middle name Midran, no? So.
No, just Vinnie Melvin Gregory, only name I go by.
Well, okay, well, I do see 3 other cases. This is under the middle name of Midran. It's got your Wayne address, the same address as on the other tickets, and the date of birth is 7/9/1956.
Okay, that's me, 7/9/56.
All right. All right. I'm gonna set this case aside then, since you have 3 more, and I'm gonna see what the city attorney wants to do with this case.
Okay.
So we're gonna pass your case. Please mute your phone until we recall it, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Judge, I'm sorry, this is Shantini Grimes. I am trying to do as you told me and pay the fees online before approaching the Secretary of State. I'm not able to pull up my ticket on the 36th District website.
Are you, well, he's got to input the stuff in the computer, so it's gonna take him a chance to be.
Okay, so I'm able to pay it.
You should be able to find your name on there, though.
I'm not able to at all. Am I able to pay that at the Secretary of State?
No, you gotta pay that here.
Ms. Grimes, it should be updated in about 15 minutes, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right.
If not, call back in.
McGee should be in Wagner's courtroom. I already called me too.
Good morning.
Mr. McGee. Mr. McGee, you're supposed to be in courtroom 331. We've already called the court. Yeah, we've already called the court and let them know that you were here on time.
Right, because the paperwork they gave me, they said courtroom 434, Deborah Lewis Langston.
All right. What's your middle name?
Christopher.
Okay, so let me see. This is something you were on probation for?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with it. I know I was supposed to do another 20 hours community service, but at the time, honestly, I didn't finish it. I had custody of my children. My baby mother had left me, and I was working and had the kids, so I couldn't do it then. But I did a lot of community service. I'm with my boss now. I do 3 hours community service with him. We do that every other week.
That's what's going on with it then. You didn't do what you were required to do.
Yeah, it was just the community service. I don't know if I'm able to submit documentation for my boss, and I did other work too that I can have people write letters for. I did over the 20 hours community service. I did 40 with my boss in just the last 2 months alone, not including even back then. Like last year, before pre-pandemic, I was trying to make sure I did as much community service as I could outside of court as I possibly could. Before I was scared to go back without doing any community service. So I did 40 hours community service even before I even started working with the guy I'm working with now.
The only issue with that is I can say all day that I did it, but if I don't have any proof, or if the court doesn't have any proof, then what does it mean?
No, I was saying that I can get my boss to write me a letter, and then I can I did work for my auntie, a couple older women on my street too. I did help them with their home improvement work, and I did free landscaping work for them also. I cut their yard free right now.
Is this what you're here on?
Yes, that's it. Just community service. I'm really just trying to get my license back, and that's the only thing holding me back was that. And I guess there was a few tickets attached to it that I couldn't pay until I did the community service or whatever.
First, I'm gonna print this out, and I'm gonna I want you to, if you're supposed to be in Wagner's court, it's not supposed to be in Wagner's court.
It's doing it.
No, I'm saying, I don't see anything on here.
Well, he wouldn't be. They didn't schedule him without they made a mistake of scheduling him our time. But my last name, Young Wagner.
It's got my name on it.
Right. because they scheduled it on
And that's
that was a mistake.
all right. So I'm gonna let Judge Wagner deal with this. It's supposed to be on his docket. I don't know why it's got my name.
Well, because you.
So I don't know why we don't do it.
Well, because we don't do EMs, we don't do G. That's the administration, they got them separate.
All right. So Wagner, I don't want him to keep getting bounced around and waiting around.
No, they're
gonna take care of it. All right, 331.
Yes.
All right. Dial in the 360-331-0000. Zoom into that courtroom. They're gonna be waiting on you.
Said 331.
Yes. All right. Have a good day. Good luck to you.
Okay.
Who am I waiting on? And counselors, is anybody ready, Mr. Is Mr. Greenberg ready on Gay? Or is Ms. Carson, are you ready on Lewis?
Initial case.
No, Your Honor, I'm waiting for Mr. Goss to come back with his supervisor's offer.
Okay, good. Okay. All right.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Very well. Who am I speaking with?
Mitchell LeSure.
Say that again. Mr. LeSure?
Yes.
We saw you yesterday, right?
Yeah, I was trying to zoom back in yesterday, but it wouldn't let me.
What do we do with Mr. LeSure's phone?
Probably, let's see, AM or PM, either KFS or show.
We can pull this file. All right, I'm gonna put you on the in the waiting room.
Sir.
I have Attorney David Cripps. Good morning, Mr. Cripps.
Good morning, Judge.
Very well. How can I help you?
I represent somebody named Mitchell LeSure.
Okay, he's on the line now.
Yes. Sorry for not checking it sooner, but I wasn't sure what
No
docket
problem.
it was on.
All right, let me have.
Officer, which one, please?
Did they give you?
Okay, just zoom in. I'm gonna try to get on. Zoom in so we can move here. Okay. Oh yeah, he's probably he's in a breakout room.
This is
Yeah, sure.
Garrett. He's an officer. I do have Mrs. Can you pull up Mitchell LeSure, please?
LeSure.
I do have Mrs. Granberry, Danielle.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
All right. Are you at work, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
All right. I wish I would have known that. Probably.
It's okay.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Proper plate. I see that you have. Okay. We're gonna do, Mrs. Granberry, we're gonna dismiss your matter, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is the city of Detroit versus Danielle Monique Granberry, case number SP 104-07691. Ms. Granberry, I see that you have had 2 civil infractions that you paid that went along with these tickets. I'm going to dismiss this matter. I am going to waive the warrant costs But Ms. Granberry, you're gonna be responsible for the reinstatement fees. And
Yes, Your Honor.
that's one reinstatement fee. That's one reinstatement fee of $45. Once you take care of that reinstatement fee, then you will be all clear with 36 district. She had.
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a great
Yeah, I
day.
paid you also, do I pay the reinstatement fee to the court also, right?
Yes, just give
Okay.
the court until this afternoon to get that stuff into the computer, and you should be able to pay it later on today.
Okay, that's no problem. I thank you for your time. You have a wonderful day.
You as well, you have a better one.
Thank you.
Stephanie Thompson.
All right.
This one goes along with the directory, Benny directory that we just did. I'll put notes in to find out those tickets.
Is she still on?
Yeah, this person is still on. She's waiting on you.
Right.
You want to speak to her?
I can talk to her. I can just talk to her.
What about you and Greenberg?
He's talking to his client about the offer.
He's still in the waiting room.
No, who?
Oh, he's with his client.
He's with his client.
Okay, go ahead.
Ms. Carson?
There was an officer trying to reach you as well.
Mhm.
What officer? Last name started with Lee. Said he was up there, be trying to chat with you.
Oh, okay. Attorney Carson? What is that attorney for?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hey, this is Dante Goss.
Hi, Mr. Goss.
All right, let's set this for another pre-hearing. And let's see what happened with the case tomorrow. Then
fine
we'll
with
be
that.
able to, then we'll be able to do what you asked.
Thank you. Let's, okay.
The Benny directory? Oh, I'm sorry. Here. Thank you, I'm sorry.
So,
That's 30 or 60 adjournment this matter.
all right, I'm gonna let you go. Let me call the city of Detroit versus Marvin Lewis. This is case number SP 11016081. Make sure.
May it please the court, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Goss.
Let me see here. And case number SP 11016082. Your appearances, please.
May it please the court, Dante Goss, P60162, on behalf of the city.
Good morning, Your Honor. Stephanie Carson, P57096, on behalf of Mr. Lewis. Your Honor, I'd ask the court to waive my client's presence. He is currently incarcerated in the Wayne County Jail.
Your motion is granted.
Thank you. Your Honor, I'm asking for a brief adjournment. I'm trying to resolve this matter, but the city wants to see what happens with my client's state case. And we are, so can I have 30 days, please?
Like this person, I don't mean to cut you short, but I know you got a lot of things to do. What day would you like?
Any day, 30 days away.
All right, let's get, what's this, that's not 30 days. So let's give July 16th, 2021 as a pretrial date?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is that good with you, Ms. Carson?
Yes, Your Honor, 8:30?
8:30.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a great day.
You too.
All right, Mr. LaSure, Mr. Cripps, what would you like to do with Mr. LaSure?
Your Honor, I would like to have another pretrial date. My client also has a pending felony matter that's pending in 36th District Court. So I'd like to try to see what happens on that first.
Okay. Let's see the, felony matter pending. I thought I saw that anyway. There's no objection to that. This is the City of Detroit versus Mitchell LaSure, case number SP strike that, SP 100346991. And the other matters, looks like those are, I did mention last time that Mr. LaSure has some civil infractions from last year during the pandemic. For whatever reason, they weren't addressing it or gone in default, but since they're so recent, I would allow, based on an attorney motion, to set those defaults aside.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
At the time. All right. Okay, so that would be case number SP 1099077, counts 1 and counts 2, and SP 1140561. Okay, so what pretrial date would you like, Counselor?
Now, let's see.
Judge. I kind of got it. Tender pretrial dates on the schedule.
Okay. 7/6/2021. Will that work for you?
Let me double check my calendar, Judge. If I could have a different court date, I have an in-court hearing that day at 9.
What the 7/16/2021?
That works fine, Judge.
Hey, oh, thanks. I was gonna say, Mr. Cripps, you got so many cases that, it's so July 16, 2021.
Thank you, Judge.
And that'll be a pretrial, and I'll see you back on then.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. It's good seeing you.
Very well. Good to see you always.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Be safe. I'll see you soon.
All right, Judge. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is state matter.
State matter? For this is Mrs. Christine Ellis Carter. No ops on person, no insurance. So
You can make that under the one.
just allow
It's on you.
Okay, Mrs. Garner, Christine,
I'm good to go, Your Honor.
who's that?
Mitchell,
Oh, yeah. Have a good day.
you too.
You got that date, right?
July 16th,
Yes.
what time?
At 8:30, please.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Mrs. Christine Garner down there at the bottom. All right, the offer will be, what's your license look like, Miss Garner?
I just had to pay this off here and saw this case and I could get my license back.
All right, and what about your driving history? What if I pull up your driving history, what am I gonna see?
A couple of things, no DUIs, absolutely none. I've had tickets where no proof of insurance, but I've never had maybe one moving violation, but that's it. I don't have a bad driving record at all.
We're gonna give you allowing an unlicensed person to drive and dismiss the other matter.
Okay.
That's a $240 fine. That doesn't abstract to the Secretary of State. I'll take that under a 3-month delayed sentence, and I'll go one step further. if you pay the, as soon as you pay the $240, I'll dismiss that case, all right?
Thank you.
All right, so, oh, Mr. Gregory, we haven't done anything with him yet because he has those 3 other matters. Here, that's what we're waiting on here. Okay.
Oh, Benny.
Benny, yeah, you haven't mentioned.
No, I hadn't.
Okay. That's what, I saw that on the screen. I wonder what it is. Okay, so essentially you're getting a gift in June here with this. It's no abstraction, so it's not gonna affect your driver's license. Let's, if you want, I'm gonna fine you $240 and dismiss the other case. You have to let me know if that's good with you.
Just to pay 240 and everything will be fine?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. This is the state of Michigan versus Christine Elise Gardner. Case number SX3397543, counts 1 and counts 2. Strike that. That would be just count 1. You had a civil infraction that you paid with this ticket.
I can't hear you.
Strike that. This is case number SX3397543, count 1. I do see, Ms. Garner, that you had a civil infraction that you paid with this ticket here.
Yes.
When did you pay that?
I paid it back in February. I can't get that date.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dismiss this matter, okay?
Okay, so
You're gonna be responsible for the reinstatement fee of $45. And you're going to, I'm gonna waive the warrant fee.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay,
I'm sure you don't have any objection to that, do you, Ms. Garner?
would I money back for the warrant, or I've never had a warrant waived?
Did you post a bond?
Yes, I did.
$100?
200, yes.
All right, so you can do one of 2 things. You can have that $200. You can come into court and have them apply that to the $45. You'll immediately get a clearance there. You can go online and you can pay that, and you'll immediately get a clearance if you go online. But if my clerk applies that bond for you, then it's going to take over a month to do, and you won't get that immediate clearance. Other than that, whatever you do, the remaining portion of that bond will be mailed back to you.
Okay, I would like for the immediate, it's so much going on this morning. I would like for it to be immediate, so I won't have to wait a whole month to get my license back.
So you're gonna either come down or you're gonna go online and pay that $45.
I can come down there and pay it, and then it'll be mailed back to me, right? The difference?
The difference will be mailed back to you. So if you come in, don't be telling my clerk that you want your rest of your money back right then and there, all right?
Right, okay.
All right. Very well. If you don't have any further questions, that'll conclude the matter.
Have her, once she pay it, make sure she call me so I can know to close it out.
Oh, no, we're gonna dismiss the case. I'm gonna waive the warrant fee, and she's just gonna have to pay the reinstatement.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's it.
So I'm coming to pay the $45 down there, right?
Or you can pay it online, however you wanna do it.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
If that's nothing further, that'll conclude the matter. Have a great day.
Thank you.
You.
Your Honor, I've lost your audio.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. Who said that?
Ronald Gibson.
All right, Mr. Gibson, we're still getting your file together. Can you mute yourself, please?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Greenberg, you and your client are up. This is the city of Detroit versus DeWad Gay. Case number U314-10316. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
He's on mute.
You're on mute, Mr. Greenberg.
I apologize. Thank you, Your Honor. Gary Greenberg on behalf of the defendant, Dowda Gay.
And your appearance, please. Or you want your appearance on?
Dante Goss, P60162 on behalf of the city.
Okay, obviously, you know that we've done a lot of work on this file this morning, so there's been an offer to plead to the amended, so you didn't write the disorderly. There's been an offer to plead to the amended count of disorderly under a 6-month delayed sentence. I'll fine your client $240. I will give him, well, let's do this. I will give him the option. I'll take it even a step further. I will let him pay it. If he pays it within 3 months, I'll dismiss, I will close the case out. How about that? He won't be dismissed. He'll still have the disorderly conduct, but if he
Delayed sentence, so you know what I mean.
okay, so it's delayed.
It's a delay.
Okay, good. Okay, so what I'll do this. I'll take it a step further for your client, Mr. Greenberg. I'll if he pays it within 3 months, I'll close it out and dismiss it.
Yeah, and I know he will take care of that probably even sooner than that.
Okay.
And Your Honor, we have no objection to Mr. Gay pleading no contest in this matter.
Okay.
Yes, that was, thank you very much.
All right. So, Mr. Gay, where's Mr. Gay?
I see him on my screen. I don't know if he had a
Mr.
problem
Gay?
with the sound.
Is that you, Mr. Gay?
Quite sure.
He's, you know what?
With the white shirt on or the cream
Yes.
colors?
With the white shirt, the gray background.
He's got to hear me.
I
He's got to
understand.
respond.
Let me see if he can do that. If necessary, I'll bring him in my office. He's in my conference room, Your Honor.
Here, take Mr. Gregory here as yes.
Oh, your case to be in the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
The case is under a different legal name.
Your Honor, I have Mr. Gay next to me right now, Your Honor.
Okay.
Because he doesn't have sound on his phone for some reason.
Mr. Gay, do you understand the great deal and the great work that your attorney has done for you?
Yes.
All right, and I'm sure that you don't object to availing yourself to this offer.
Yeah, he does. You want this offer?
Yes.
All right, you heard the offer. You heard me when the offer was put on the record.
Yes.
You could hear it in the other room.
Okay.
The offer. Well, just to be clear, it's you're pleading no contest to disorderly conduct. The judge is going to fine you $240 to pay within 3 months. That he will dismiss the case.
Okay. Yes.
Very good. All right. So we already called the case. I'll just ask you to raise your right hand, Mr. Gay. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
That is absolutely true.
And do you understand, Mr. Gay? Please stand up.
I don't like that.
Do you understand, Mr. Gay, that you have a right to a trial in this matter?
Yes.
Tell Mr. Gay, you can cut your phone off. You can put that phone down. You can take that off of our screen and close that now. Thank you. You understand you have a right to a trial in this?
Yes.
You understand by taking this deal that you're going to give up that right?
Yes.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what was stated on the record?
No.
And you're taking this on your own free will, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what we'll do, Counselor, is do you stipulate to the facts in the ticket that has been written?
Yeah, for purposes of this no contest plea, yes, Your Honor.
And for the purposes of why are we entering the no contest plea? Is that for lack of recollection because the ticket's 5 years old?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. So for the purposes of this no contest plea, Mr. Gay, you know I'll have to treat this, even though you're pleading no contest, it's going to be treated as a guilty plea as it relates to the fines, the costs, and the sentencing in this matter. I'm going to, your attorney has stipulated to the what's written in the police report as a factual basis for that. Mr. Gay, I am going to sentence you to a 6-month delayed sentence to the amended count of disorderly conduct. I'm going to fine you $240 in the matter. I will give you 6 months to pay. I'll go one step further for you, Mr. Gay, and I will close this out in 3 months upon satisfactory payment and with the understanding that you are not going to get in any more trouble
yes.
in that 3 months or 6 months.
Understood.
All right, so let's just say pay by September 16th. That's the 3-month date. Again, you'll have 6 months to pay it if you need to. If you find yourself in the position that you can't pay this, then your attorney knows how to come back in and ask the court for some more time. Other than that, are we taking the classes? All right. Other than that, I think that'll conclude the matter.
Yeah, just for clarification, Your Honor, there is a $100 bond. Can that be applied by the
We'll
court?
apply the bond. And he knows the same spiel that I've given everyone else about how that bond is going to be applied. If he comes down and wants it, or my clerk can apply it, but it'll take a great deal of time. But he's got time anyway. Just don't get in any more trouble and pay the money. In this case, will go away.
Right. We've talked about it. He'll pay. Definitely is going to take care of that before the 3 months is up, and then the case will be dismissed. Is there any other documentation he may be able to get, or that he needs to do with the court to make sure that the case is in fact dismissed?
There's no other documentation that he'll get.
Okay.
Just go online.
Just go online, Counselor. Have him go online, and you can show him how to do that if he needs to.
Absolutely. I appreciate that, Your Honor. Thank you very much. And thank you, Mr. Goss.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. If you don't have any further questions, Mr. Gray, you're free to leave.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're free to leave.
Bye-bye now.
All right, Mr. Gregory. We went on the record with Mr. Gregory.
Mm-hmm.
And he has more cases here that are under a different middle name. He brought to my
What are the two cases? Hold on, and this file right there?
Yes.
Okay, what's the other two?
One is mobile license suspended or invalid. Improper, no insurance, and no 3-bag thing, same.
So what?
No insurance. No time.
All right, he already, they did two.
He's gonna keep the two there.
Just dismiss those three.
All right. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Benny Gay. Mr. Benny Gregory. Mr. Gregory, the city attorney is willing to dismiss the other three matters. So what we have here is we spoke earlier and we put on the record the two failure to displays. I said I would fine you $240 a piece. The other three matters are going to be dismissed. However, I will waive any warrant costs. However, you're going to be responsible to pay reinstatement fees.
Okay.
All right, so how much time did you need to pay?
I can pay all those. I'll come down tomorrow and take care of all 7 cases.
Well, you see how you do have some bonds here too.
I have bonds on all of them.
All right, so if you come into court, again, you heard it, you can get that applied immediately.
Right.
And you can hopefully have enough to be good and be clear of the 36th district, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. If you don't have any further questions, you're free to leave.
Thank you and have a blessed day.
You have a better one. Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Who do we have next?
Yeah. File awareness in your window.
Okay.
It's 5, please 2, this 3.
5, please, 2, this is 3. This is Bianca Garrett.
Yes.
Good morning, ma'am. Thank you for your patience. I do
Yeah.
have an offer here for you. You have total, let me make sure. You have a total of, 1, 2, 3. It's really 6 here. Still the same? Yes, sir. And then you have $100.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay that today.
So let's call the case. Here's the deal. You have 6 cases. They're going to dismiss 4 and replete to $240 apiece. 1 failure to display and 1 improper plate. The failure to display abstracts offers no notes. The abstracts of the Secretary of State, but it's 0 points. The improper plate is 0 points and no abstraction. The other cases will be dismissed. I'll waive the warrant fees. You're going to have to pay the reinstatement fees. $240 for each case. That's $480. You have a right to go to trial. You have a right to speak to Mr. Reed on the line, or you can take the deal.
So I gotta pay $480.
You will if you take this deal, plus the reinstatement fees, plus you have another improper display of plate here.
Oh God.
Or you can go to trial and see if you can do better. These cases are 2015 cases. I
They
know
are. They
officer.
really old, and I'm grown. I was young
Well,
then.
hey, that's your choice.
That's
I know
ridiculous.
Officer Vickers is still with the Detroit Police Department. So he'll.
I don't
Yeah.
understand why they acting like I
You
did it
understand?
yesterday.
What don't you understand?
I ain't understanding why they acting like I did it yesterday. That's why I don't understand.
Okay, well, I don't understand, and if nobody understands
So,
why you waited
I
6
ain't been trying to
years.
pay them. So I just gave y'all $200 and something. Been paying y'all, so I don't
Listen
understand
here,
why.
Miss Garrett, we're not going to even discuss that. Do you want to take the offer, or do you want to go to trial?
No, I can go. When is trial? When is trial?
The trial date is 7/13/2021.
I mean, because it need to be dismissed at this point. It's 2015, not 2021.
Let's call the cases. This is the city of Detroit versus Bianca LaShawn Garrett, case number. Listen, Miss Garrett, all right, I'm gonna put this aside and I'm gonna put you in the waiting room and then go to somebody else so you can respect the court, okay? I got Mr. Leggett. Mr. Leggett, is your attorney gonna come in?
My attorney said he wasn't able to come in because something about he was a law partner with the judge or something of that sort. So
Well, I would that's Adam Clement. Yeah, you don't have do you have a problem with that? Yeah, I told him that you this.
Yeah, as
I'll text him.
No, listen. Why don't you just let his house?
Here.
That's fine.
Oh, I haven't brought the offer yet?
No, he hasn't. Who else do we have here that's been?
Was that Aaron Leggett you seen the judge?
Yeah.
And you got a file on him already, right?
Yeah, you got them done. Danbury's done. Mr. Bean's done.
Oh, here it is.
Did we get Mr. He is out of here? Yeah. Who else do we have here? Mr. Ronald Gibson's been waiting. So he.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Gibson, let me pull you up and try to get you taken care of.
I got both.
All right, I see. Mr. Gibson has. I'm gonna print these are already though. 10/21/47, Mr. Gibson.
Yes, sir.
You have a son, Ronald Gibson in Southfield?
No, I don't.
It looks like you only have one matter.
It's only one matter, Your Honor.
All right. That is unregistered, untitled.
That's correct.
Do you have proper registration at this time, Mr. Gibson?
No, I don't, Your Honor. I could never get a date to go into Secretary of State. It was supposed to be this coming August.
All right. All right, let's call the case. This is the city of Detroit versus Ronald Gibson, case number SP 107-45701. I have a recommendation from the city attorney. Go put your parents on record, please.
Your Honor, Dante Goss, P60162. On behalf of the city, I request that we dismiss this matter. We are aware that people were having difficulties getting appointments with the Secretary of State. So, we're gonna take Mr. Gibson at his word that he's trying to get this resolved, and he has an appointment on August. So we'll dismiss this matter, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gibson.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll waive the warrant fee. You're gonna have to pay a $45 reinstatement fee.
Yes, Your Honor.
And based on that, this case will be dismissed. You know how to go about paying that fee, Mr. Gibson?
Coming down there, yes, Your Honor.
That will probably be the best way.
I have
All right.
one question, Your Honor.
What's your question?
Well, I answered it myself. I'm sorry.
Say that again?
I answered that question myself coming down there to make the payment. My license has been suspended. What do I do?
All right, if you make this payment at the $45 reinstatement fee, you can pay it online, or you can go to a DivDev kiosk in the city of Detroit, or you can come on down and pay it. You'll get a clearance right then, and you can, if you don't have anything in any other jurisdictions, you can go ahead and get a license.
I don't have anything anywhere else, Your Honor.
All right, well, you should be fine once you pay that $45.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Have a great day if there's nothing further.
Bless you and thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, I appreciate yours. Bless you as well.
Sure.
I had to. I'll sign you out, Mr. Gibson.
Thank you, sir.
All right. All right, what do we have, Mr. Officer Zazuli?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. Who are you here on?
I'm here for Shannon Alexander.
And is that Miss Shannon's iPhone?
Yes.
His last name Alexander.
Alexander.
We don't do A's.
We don't do
It's hyphenated.
It's Gillespie Alexander.
Yes.
At 8:30, so they didn't put it in the right order. It's on 8:35.
We're not. We talked last name.
It's Gillespie Alexander.
Is that 8:35?
Right.
I don't see it.
Second page, 8:35, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down.
Okay.
Can I get a?
What is, this is a trial here?
Right, let me talk to my office.
I'm gonna put you in the breakout room now.
Right. And this, one of these is a state matter, but I wrote for city matter.
All right, let's see what we got.
Before you run those RWAs, always make sure I have a file. Why? Because I don't have them checked in a lot of times. I don't know if you're here.
Well, just put all the files that you have here, so I know I'll just ran because I didn't think you had, but that's fine. All right, Your Honor. All right, I'm gonna give Mr. Leggett's counsel on the line and see if he can get on the line. Who are you going to? I'm gonna put you, Mr. Officer, in the room with Mr. Goss.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sit tight. This is Mrs. Alexander until they get through talking.
Okay.
I have another officer, MSP Cole.
Yes, sir.
Hi, good morning, Trooper. How are you?
Doing great.
Who do you have?
I have a Kieran James Lynch.
You officers should speak up. I know you guys are working. And, Lynch. Do you see a Lynch on here?
Do you have a ticket number, officer?
Yes.
What's that ticket number?
Case number is SX37241861.
Is Mr. Lynch here? Because I'm showing the arraignment date for 7/20.
Let's see. Mr. Gregory, let's see if we can get Mr. Russell Gregory taken care of. And I have a Al's Note 20 Ultra. Who is that? Who is that? Al's Note 20 Greg Ultra? Somebody's not speaking up.
Algernon Glaze.
Okay. Good morning.
The Grays. Mr. Grays, what's the case number?
Number is SP 11440591.
16.
7/16.
Mm-hmm.
You're a month ahead, and we can see if we can pull it if you want. But you don't have to be here until 7/16. If you want to wait, we can see if we can help you get taken care of today, Mr. Gray. But other than that, you can come back on 7/16.
I would like to take care of it today if I can.
All right, we'll see. Sit tight for me, please.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Gregory.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where are you, Mr. Gregory?
I'm Russell Gregory right here, sir.
I got you. I got you. Hey, Trooper Cope.
Yes.
Your client not scheduled till July the 20th.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. Appreciate you. He's not here. We would have tried to take care of it today, but if not, I'll see you on the 20th. Be safe out there. All right.
All right. Thank you. I'll see you then.
All right. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Ross.
Yes, sir.
I have an offer for, let me look it up. Let me look it up.
Do she have her own attorney? Who is house counsel? Basically,
No, officers. Mr. Reed, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Goss regarding Mrs. Gillespie Alexander, okay?
Okay, thank you.
the dogs are back.
He's in there. Officer, you can join that as well. Mr. Goss wants you to join that as well.
Sounds good.
So. Let me see what Mr. Goss has got here. I got it. No interference, misdemeanor. I got a picture. also, you have, an outstanding warrant. But I don't know if you know about.
No, I just got released from Wayne County. I'm on tether and I'm on bond.
All right, so that needs to be addressed. And it doesn't look like that's with me. You had a Robert Bradley Drive address?
Yes, I had one. I don't stay in there anymore.
All right, so then you have insurance misdemeanor that's got a warrant. And then you have 3 other cases. So I have got a drove my license suspended. Another case. Are you on another case? And you've been busy. All right. So what we're going to be here for today I don't see this ticket. So you put a not guilty plea on this disposition guilty. You pled guilty to this U ticket yesterday? I mean, just no, sentencing. 619. Look at this. Did you have a trial on this entering this EWOP ticket?
No, sir.
Did you enter a plea on that EWOP ticket?
No, sir.
This is a U on the ticket number?
Yeah.
It's a U 451-00318. Scheduled for pre-trial today. Yeah, I see it.
Turn 19.
Why it's listed like that. Dollar amount already in there.
Yeah, he pled guilty on 6/19/2020.
2020. Why is it up for pre-trial for me today? Because
But it was a delayed sentence. They didn't indicate if it was 3 months, but it was a delayed sentence. Must have been what?
where do you see
June 19.
where do you see the pled guilty in the 3-month delay? Let me see.
At 6/19/20. It says plea hearing held and delayed sentence, but it may be on the ticket how many months. Yeah, because I put that in, so it should be on the ticket how many months.
So why is he why was he rearranged? What was going on?
Well, he probably kept his on the day he's supposed to show up.
Hi, Judge.
Yes.
Is it possible that I could speak with Miss Gillespie Alexander in a breakout room?
Yes. Ms. Alexander, I'm going to assign you to a breakout room with Attorney Reed, okay?
Okay.
June 6th.
So apparently, Mr. Russell, Mr. Gregory, it appears that you have already pled guilty to this EWOP ticket, and you were placed on
6-month delay sentence.
You're placed on a 6-month delayed sentence. So apparently you didn't satisfy the terms and conditions of that. It's what, according to them. Now, I understand you may have a different outlook or view on that, but this is just what I'm reading right here.
Okay.
So that's why that's in the system as it is. Second, just make sure I have plain spaces in one here. SP. SP 1168. That's this one. That's seatbelt ticket. Seatbelt ticket, it seems like you got along with that. What I'll do for you is I will allow you to, I'll allow you to set aside the default in the seatbelt ticket because it was during the pandemic, and let you get that out of the way. You got a effective brake ticket at the same time. We'll get that cleared up. You got a no insurance ticket. At the same time. But I don't see here. So, this one.
And then on that, the one you fled on this, I still owe on it.
Say what?
The one the U ticket,
Uh-huh.
still owe $360 on it.
I see that. So we have these three, these four right here. You can proper plate that's pending right now. For 12/3. Print this out. Insurance, Mr. Mayor. Which is standard 3 cases. And this is someone. This might be here too. That's you as well. When it rains, it pours, Mr. Gregory. You know you have a court date on 6/19 when Mrs. Roberta Archer's court. You're aware of that, right?
Yes, I went there already. I was there.
Okay. And then you have a warrant out in Mr. Austin Garrett's court that you need to address. So, looks like this has been dismissed. This is case number 0305652701. You see that?
Yeah, that's not even on the summary report, so that's.
So why has he got a warrant out for his arrest now?
Shouldn't be. Is it an 03 case?
03 case, and it says dismissed down there.
03 one more time.
0305652701. You see that dismissed?
Yeah, that was dismissed by administration, so when they dismissed it, they never did take it out once that.
So we gotta get him.
Yeah, I can just take it out once that and close it out.
All right, so Mr. Gregory, I'm gonna pass your file over to the city attorney. The offer in here is only to really one matter, and you got more than that, so I want to be a one-stop shop for you, so I'll have warrants out and all that kind of stuff, and you have opportunity to take care of this. One of the cases from the one we discussed that you entered the guilty plea in, it was a delayed sentence of 6 months. You were required to pay $300 and some odd, and that case would have been closed out, but apparently they're saying that you never paid the payment. So we'll figure something out on that, but it's pretty much gonna be, I'd be willing to allow you to pay it. I'll be willing to enter into the same agreement and give you some time, but that's the best I'm gonna be able to do on that. But it's gonna be on you to get that payment in there. So let me hand this over to the city attorney so he can look it all over, and then he'll produce some kind of offer that hopefully you can live with. Some of those case numbers might be duplicate. I think I'm one duplicate. Who else do we have? We have, so Mr. Leggett, I have an offer here to plead to open intox passenger. What that is a 2-point offense. All right, I got a message from your attorney that he's gonna zoom in. So give him time to zoom in, and we'll call it then.
Okay.
All right. Who else? Al's Note 20 Ultra. I know you stated your name. Give me that again. I didn't read.
Algernon Glaze.
Algernon Gray. Why don't I have him on the document? Spell it for me, please, Mr. Gray.
It's ALGERNON GLAZE.
GLAZE?
Yeah, ZE.
So ALGERNON GLAZE.
That's correct.
All right. Let's see. I do appreciate your patience, Mr. Glade. Let me see if I can find something.
It was supposed to be for 7/16.
It's supposed to, oh, okay. Let's go see what you got. You got them?
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 10, 12, 10. All right, so let me ask you this, Mr. Glade, do you have you probably don't have a driver's license now, is that correct?
I got everything taken care of except for the plate because the car is sitting in the backyard broke.
You have a driver's license?
Yes, sir. I have the proof of insurance as well.
Right.
Hi, Judge. I'm back, and Steve here right.
Pardon me?
Maybe
You're breaking up a little bit, Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed? Did you lose his connection?
Can you hear me now a little bit better? I just switched my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Well, how can I, what's going on?
So Ms. Gillespie is back in the room. I've had an opportunity to speak with the prosecutor and to speak with Ms. Alexander. And she acknowledges that what happened on that night at 9/20/2020 at 2:31 a.m. And she has had a lot of time to think about the incident since then. And she accepts responsibility. She has since then thought about the incident, and she's ready to, take responsibility for that. She's learned from her actions, and she's just ready to move on with her life at this point. So after talking with the prosecutor, it indicated that the officer may be open to dismissing as long as Ms. Alexander has learned from what happened.
All right. Officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that what we have? Is that the understanding that we have there?
Yes, as long as Miss Alexander realized that, she's supposed to show a little bit of respect to city services, I'm definitely open to dismiss the citation or ask to dismiss the citation.
All right, where's the file? This is Mr. Glaze here. Mr. Glaze indicates that he has everything, the driver's license and all that. Did we run this? No. Can you run Mr. Glaze's SOS, please? All right, let's call the case. This is the only case that you have. That's why he was willing to work with us.
You go.
This is the city of Detroit versus Shannon, Lene, Giuseppe Alexander. Case number SP 109-96281. Appearances for the record, please.
Dante Goff, P60162, behalf of the city.
Attorney Arnold Reed II, on behalf of the defendant, P84142. Ms. Gillespie Alexander, please state your full name for the record.
Shannon Lene Gillespie Alexander.
So,
Officer.
today is
Officer Z.
Officer, can you put your appearance on the record as well, please?
Officer Andre Zuzulia, the Police Department Police.
So today is the date and time set for a trial in this matter. I do understand the parties have both had opportunities to talk extensively. Mr. Reed has had the ability, and Mrs. Giuseppe Alexander has had the ability to talk to Mr. Reed, and Mr. Reed has talked to both Officer and Attorney Goss. I do understand that there's been some sort of resolution. However, before that resolution is really had, I guess the people want to hear from you, Mrs. Giuseppe Alexander.
Okay. I reflected on what happened and I apologize. And I should have handled it totally different.
That's acceptable, Your Honor.
I don't know any of the facts of the case at all, and I guess I just don't really need to know any of the facts. It's just up to
Officer,
the officer and up to Mr. Goss if they find that that appropriate. So,
Officer Z, do you find that appropriate?
Yes, I just truly hope that Miss Alexander will learn her lesson. That's all. I'm fine with that.
Would you like to say anything, Mr. Reed?
Other than the fact that she has accepted responsibility, defense has nothing further. If a factual basis were needed for some reason, however, we would just request that we have the opportunity to lay that before it's put into the record. But other than that, we have nothing further, Your Honor.
No, I'm going to accept the recommendation of the city attorney and the officer to dismiss the matter. And, I guess the future will tell Mrs. Giuseppe Alexander if you really have learned something from this or not. That's basically where it lies now. Hopefully you have, and hopefully we won't see you here, at least for this kind of matter again, or any kind of matter if that's the case, but especially for something like that. All right. Do you just stipulate the probable cause, counsel?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. All right, based on that, this matter will be dismissed. If you don't have any further questions, Mr. Giuseppe Alexander, you're free to leave.
Okay.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Officer Z.
Thank you. You all stay safe.
You too. All right, so we have Mr. Gregory, Mr. Glaze, and Mr. Leggett.
Mr. Glaze.
And then we got Mrs. Garrett in time.
Right. Mr. Glaze, just like a.
Okay.
And for this one.
Okay. All right, let's go to Mr. Glaze right. This is the city of Detroit, and I start without saying anything, Mr. Glaze, because I'm sure you'll be amenable to this offer. He's going to just give you a blockading traffic. That's $175 fine. That's no abstract, and that's no points or anything. So it's just, close it out, nobody will know, pay the money and go.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Algernon Audrey Glaze.
Yes, sir.
Case number, let me pull it up. And I'll allow him to make a motion. I'll allow you to make a motion for these defaults too. Case number SP 11440591. Case number SP 11440241. Case numbers SP 11440221, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, Mr. Reed.
Attorney Arnold Reed, second, on behalf of the defendant, P84142. Mr. Glaze, please state your first and last name for the record.
Algernon Glaze.
Okay. And he has some defaults that he had from this one incident. I don't know what happened to these court dates didn't run along with the same ticket. I do see that you set a court date with that. I'll allow you to set aside the defaults based on that. And there's been an offer in the file to amend the failure to stop ticket to blocking traffic. I told you I would fine you $175 for that. I'll give you as much time as you need to pay. I will have a recommendation that's in the file to dismiss the rest of the matter.
Excuse me, Your Honor, Dante Goss on behalf of the city. And the reason why the city is dismissing other matters is because Mr. Glaze has a valid driver's license.
All right, Mr. Glaze, I don't know to ask you, do you have any objection to that?
No, sir.
I'm sure you don't. Seem like a smart man. So when can you pay the 175?
You can give me 30 days. I can take care of it.
30 days? I thought you were gonna say today. Get this done and over with.
I would, but I'm on medical, so I haven't got a paycheck yet.
I got you. All right, Mr. Glaze, I'll give you 60 days since you're on medical. August 16th, Mr. Glaze. If you find yourself in the position that you can't pay that by August 16th, then I would hope that you chime back in and see if the court can give you some more time. I don't want this to be something that turns into a lot more penalties and fees, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it, and you have a great day.
All right, you too.
Oh, hold on, don't leave yet. Can you raise your right hand, Mr. Glaze? Thank you. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this matter?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Glaze, you understand you have a right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by taking this offer that you're going to give up that right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
And has anybody offered you anything other than what we stated in the records?
No, sir.
And you're taking this on your own free will, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Glaze, I'm going to draw your attention back to December 10th, 2020 at around 3:54 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Mountain, Nevada. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, I did.
And at that time, did you fail to stop at a stop sign or a red light?
No, sir. He said I failed the signal. but my blinker was out.
Okay, did you fail the signal on that day, Mr. Glaze?
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Glaze, you're ruining
No,
it.
he just said his signal was out.
Because he failed the signal.
Right.
So did you fail the signal,
Yeah.
Mr. Glaze?
Yes. Yes.
Failed the signal on that day?
Yes, sir.
Because your signal was out, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're about to go astray of this good deal there. Okay, I'm gonna find you responsible to the amended count of blocking traffic. I'm gonna fine you $175, and I'm going to order you to pay that by August 16th, 2021.
That's fine. That's okay.
And I'm gonna dismiss everything else.
Okay.
We got Mr. Gregory up here.
That's it?
That's it. You're free to leave.
You have a great day.
Have a better one. Thank you. Do you have everything for Mr. Gregory? I think I
Most
printed
of
out
those are
two.
state charges.
Huh?
Most of those are state charges. I wrote what I did, the rest are state.
Oh, boy. So. Failure to display. Which other ones are state? City.
257, all those 257.
Driver's license number required. That's under failure to display. This is a failure to display. Here. This is improper plate. All right, so this is a no insurance state. Yep. One, two, three. So imagine that these are city charges. You're gonna dismiss these because they're not on the list. They were stapled together. This was stapled. The two behind it are stapled.
But that's 257.
I know, but this was one. It was stapled like that.
Oh,
Because it's a duplicate.
Okay.
It's a duplicate.
It's a duplicate.
Let me double check. Sometimes when I staple them.
No, I'll do it. I'll check it out. So this is that. So I'm imagining that you're gonna put these on the dismissal chart. Right?
You have a 687 on the dismissal already? Or 6872 or 6873?
I have a SP 111-448411 and an SP 111-44843.
Yeah, just go ahead and put those.
This U ticket, see, you gotta understand, this U ticket, he's already put to, so I don't know why that's written up. I guess because it's been written up a long time ago. So
That's mentioned that already?
Yeah, he already put that. Okay. So you can, so what I'll do, I'll take the U ticket off, have him plead to the improper plate on the state case. And then dismiss everything else.
So one FTD, one property.
One FTD, one improper. All right. And that way that'll take care of the statement.
Adam's online.
Man, you treat me like chopped liver. What's up?
Absolutely not.
Let's see.
At 10:58, sir. It seemed like it.
I made sure my client was on right on time.
Yeah, you did.
Good point.
He was on time too. All right. All right, Mr. Clements, we'll get with you guys in a minute. Oh, why don't you go to a breakout room with Mr. Goss? And that's way you can, what the offer is, and without, I'll go into detail with, is plea to an open intox passenger, that's a 2-point offense. And then plead responsible to something else in the file.
That's a 0-point infraction.
All right, I'll put you guys in a breakout room, and then you guys can talk it out, because I know Adam is gonna wanna try to at least talk you down as much as he can, so.
Okay.
Whenever you sign on, let me know. All right. So let's get Mr. Gregory up here. No, we have just one Gregory.
Benny?
No, Russell.
Oh, we have that file.
I have the file. So I said I would allow you to bring these of default.
You're right. I'm online.
Okay. So I'm trying to see how I can help you as best I can, Mr. Gregory. Just let's see. I just want to get all this stuff together. You took off the warrant on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. This will be 111444681. That'll take care of that matter. Two, 683. Dismiss this one. And I'll let you know what I'm looking at, Attorney Reed, so you can be a part of this discussion. So it says here, plead to this one, the drove while licensed, never acquired tickets. Wherever it is. Just drove while never acquired, amend to failure to display. $240 fine on that. That's one. Says to dismiss no insurance misdemeanor, one of them, which would be right here. Take care of that. SP 111 244-843, dismiss the improper license seatbelt.
Your Honor, quick question. On the docket, I noticed that there is a Russell Gregory Jr. that has one ticket, but then there's also 2 tickets for just a Russell Gregory. By chance, do you know if those are the same people and maybe the for some reason the junior is just not showing up, or?
No, I think they're all the same. Just some tickets under, but I have the same date of birth.
Okay.
I'm a junior.
Yeah, but some of the tickets, they didn't write the junior on there, Mr. Russell. That's why it's 2 different names on the docket.
Okay.
We'll deal with that one later. That's gonna be dealt with later. We'll put that aside. There's one ticket I'm looking for. Those 2 are done. 4-4-8-3. This is your civil infractions. 1. No insurance misdemeanor. Man, this is a lot of stuff.
Which one you doing, Russell?
I'm doing Mr. Russell.
What's the deal? Most likely he's gonna up my eyes and ask you to dismiss him to the city. Dismiss the state charges, or plea to the city charges.
All right.
But he's about to call to get now discuss
The offer, right?
the offer.
Here, let me get this together. Let me get this together. I got 2 of them. I got 3, 2, 1. Dismiss the other. I got lead to this one. Improper. I'm just gonna lead to this and dismiss all the rest. We've already got $346 that he's got. When we get 2 out.
Oh, so that new ticket was just supposed to be a review today. That's what that's for.
Review ticket was under review. No, it was a warrant out for the U ticket, I think.
You just failed to appear for review day.
These other tickets, Mr. Gray, that you got out here, I just can't help you on. You got them out here from 2008. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to help you with the ones that you have today. He's already got a couple of other things going on and some other courts. He's got a criminal case going on in another court. And yeah, this is, and he's got the driving while license suspended. So, what the deal today will be, if you want to take it, is plead to 2 of the counts and we'll dismiss dismiss all the rest in the civil infractions. Only civil infractions I'm gonna allow to be set aside. The default to be set aside are the ones that went along with the ticket that you got on September 16, 2020. All the rest of them are gonna be on you. And that's as best I can do. So you'll come out of here with $248, $480 that you'll owe on these tickets. There's still this other ticket. You're just gonna have to pay it. The one that you pled guilty to back in 2018.
And that was for EWAP, right?
Yes.
All I was doing was standing there. I never entered the building. I was standing there laughing.
I understand, but if you're on the property, then that's still listen. I mean, the thing is that we're not even there no more with that. There's a guilty plea already that you entered into, so we can't rehash that anymore. You know what I mean? Like I say, if I can help you, I can help you, but the best I can do is try to clear up some of this other stuff for you. And you got some work to do. I mean, if you ever want to get a license, then the other stuff is going to have to be cleared up. But other than that, it's going to be $480 today. I'll dismiss the other stuff. I'll waive any warrant costs that you have out there, but you're going to be responsible for the reinstatement fees. I'll even take some of these other fees off of here. The late penalties for the civil infraction driving that you never paid. But other than that, that's the best I'm gonna be able to do.
I understand.
Or I can set a trial date. You can see if you can get better at trial. You may do better.
I don't have patience. I'll just pay the cash. I'll pay the cash and get it out the way because I can't even work right now with this tether on. I can't make any kind of. I can't even put my work boots on.
Yeah. All right. So you want to take that deal?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's put this all on the record. This is the city of Detroit versus Russell Gregory. Case number SP 111-4468, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 111-44841. SP 1141687, counts 1, 2, and 3. And C 5474880, count 1 and count 2. Also, we'll put on the record U451000318. The offering filed today that we just stated off the record would be to plead to an amended count of failure to display and then 1 count of improper plates. Both of those are 0-point tickets. However, the failure to display does abstract to the Secretary of State. The impaired does not abstract to the improper plate does not abstract to the Secretary of State. I will allow you to I'm going to set aside the defaults. I'm going to recall any warrants. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. I'm going to dismiss all of the other matters with the exception of the U 541000318. So Mr. Gregory, I'll fine you $240 in each matter, a total of $480. I'll waive the warrant costs, and you'll have to pay the reinstatement fees. And then I'll even do one step further. I'll have my clerk go in to the civil infractions and waive the penalties on there to try to get you as close to the original fine as possible. But other than that, the other stuff I can't help you with. It's just too old. It's just been lingering out there too long. And as for the U 451000318 ticket, that's a ticket that you pled not guilty to. I will treat today as a review day. You haven't complied with that. You owe $360 on that. And then again, the best I can do for you there is you pay the $360 and we'll close the case out and then bring you back to the original agreement. But I don't know, if you can't work, you're telling me you're not going to be able to do it, then it's just going to be out there again as well.
Judge, what's the case number on that 360?
360 U 451000318. So how much time would you need to pay the 480, Mr. Gregory?
Yes,
at least 3 to 6 months. I'm not able to work right now.
All right, we'll start out. We'll give you the 6 months. October 18th, 2021. Let's do this. Let's waive all of the fees. So I'm going to write all this up. So we'll waive the fee in that. So I got you down to 300 in that. I'll waive the penalty, the late fee for that. So you're down to 300 on that U ticket that you pled guilty to back in the day. So what did I say? October 18th, 2021. If it's nothing further, then all right, let's do this. Mr. Gray, you want to take that offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gray? All right, I'm going to have you raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand down. So you know you have a right to a trial in this matter, in these matters?
Yes.
And you know by taking this offer, you're going to give up that right to the trial?
Yes, sir.
And did anybody offer you anything other than what we just stated in the record?
No, sir.
And you're taking this on your own free will, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Greger, I'm going to draw your attention back to September 16th, 2021 at around 10:51 a.m. in the area of Schoolcraft and Grandmount in the city of Detroit, where you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day.
Yes.
And then on that day, were you asked to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
And you couldn't produce that license, could you, Mr. Greger?
No, sir.
And why couldn't you produce that license?
Never obtained one.
Okay. I'll accept your guilty plea to the amended count of failure to display. I'll fine you $240 in that matter. Mr. Greger, let me draw your attention to December 3rd, 2020 at around 12:39 p.m. in the area of Greenfield and Westfield in the city of Detroit. Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, sir.
And on that day, were you asked to, were you driving a 2006 Volkswagen?
Yes, sir.
And did that Volkswagen have some improper plates or not valid plates?
Not
or
valid.
obstructed plates? Not valid plates. And you knew those plates weren't valid. Is that correct, Mr. Gregory?
No, sir. I just bought the vehicle.
Well, did you put any plates on it?
No, sir.
So you knew the plates weren't good on the vehicle, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to accept your plea to the one count of improper plates. I'm going to fine you $240 in that matter. I'm going to give you till October 18th to pay. I'm going to dismiss all the other matters. I'm going to waive all the warrant fees. I'm going to, you're going to have to pay the reinstatement fees. And like I said, I will try to get you as close to the other fees as possible on the ones that you're in default. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
No, sir.
All right, if nothing further, you're free to leave, Mr. Gregg. Have a good day. All right, let's see what Mr. Clements comes up with. All right. All right, so Mr. Leggett, I appreciate your patience.
No problem, Judge.
All right.
Real quick. Dismiss, not
No, dismiss. She's got to pay the reinstatement fee, we'll waive the warrant fee, if there's any. No, that's not, that shouldn't be anything, that's Mrs. Jules. Okay, so is the offer still the same, open and talk passenger? Mr. Goss? Is the offer still the same?
Same offer.
Open and talks passenger, responsible to the civil infraction. You hit Mr. Leggett pretty hard, huh? You can't. You want a civil infraction, Anna?
So all those other charges don't be dismissed, Your Honor. There too. Now they hit them with 2 mysteries.
All right, you got that, Mr. Clements?
Yes, I'm ready.
Is that, you talked it over with Mr. Leggett?
Yes, he's going to accept the plea from the city and get these matters settled today.
All right. All right.
It's gonna be that.
What motion?
For the state.
Let's see. Warrant status. That's this one. Improper equipment. All right. I don't know what you're talking about. Motion for state.
Motion for to dismiss the state charge.
All right. We're gonna call Aaron Antonio Leggett case numbers SP 1178351, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1178351, and SX 3593501. So here's the thing, that he already paid a civil infraction. He paid a civil infraction for the operators for this one of these.
Okay, so just do the FTD.
Okay, so all right. He paid a civil infraction for the operators, and that might be the one that was attached to the state case. Yes. Mr. Leggett?
Yes, sir.
Did you have a civil infraction of expired plates that you paid?
Yes, the plates on my Jeep Grand Cherokee are not expired.
No, he paid this. Did you make a payment to the court on 6/25/2020 last year?
Yes.
That went along with the state's. All right. So, Mr. Clemens, since he paid that one ticket that went along with that, the offer is just to plead to the open intox passenger.
Okay, very good.
And then he doesn't have to plead responsible to the, so, all right, let's do this. Mr. Leggett, can you raise your right hand, please?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand down. You understand, Mr. Leggett, that you have a right to go to trial on these matters?
Yes, sir.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's stated in the record?
No, sir.
And you're taking this on your own free will?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Leggett, you heard the offer. Let me draw your attention to March the 30th, 2021 at around 9:36 p.m. in the city of Detroit, I guess on Schaefer Highway. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit police officer, Mr. Leggett?
Yes, sir.
And at that time, did that Detroit police officer, did you have an open container of alcohol, meaning a cup of alcohol, open bottle of liquor, beer, or something of that sort?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to accept that as a responsible. And you were driving a motor vehicle at that time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to accept that as and I'm going to find you guilty to the amended count of open intox passenger. I'm going to fine you $240 on that. Based on that finding, I'm going to dismiss the state case based on your plea to the city. Furthermore, you've also paid the civil infraction that went along with that state case. And then we're going to dismiss the other two cases as well. Mr. Leggett, how much time would you need to pay?
30 days is fine.
Okay, July 16th, 2021. Let me see this. July 16th, I said. If you find yourself in the position that you can't get that paid off by July 16th, I will hope you or your attorney would try to zoom back in and see if we can figure out some more time for you, Mr. Leggett. I don't want this to snowball into extra penalties and fees.
Understood.
Other than that, thank your lawyer for convincing us to get all of this up today, you weren't scheduled until September. So he made a compelling argument on your behalf to take care of this stuff. So that's why we did that today. Other than that, if you don't have anything further, Mr. Leggett, then or Mr. Clements, then that'll conclude the matter.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you as well. You all have a great day.
You have a better one.
Yeah. Now, is Mrs. Garrett ready to come out of the panel? All right, Mrs. Garrett. The frustration is directed at the wrong person. I did not get these tickets. I did not do anything to put you in this predicament. I'm just here to see if the tickets can get resolved, and I have the options I have to lay out for you. So your frustrations shouldn't be directed at me or even anybody in my courtroom. All right.
I'm listening to you.
I mean, well, here, what do you want to do? You want to take this offer that I had?
I'm trying to figure out. I came up there. I had to pay a bench warrant $240. That don't go towards nothing. Cause it seemed like I'm having to pay. I just gave them $700. I feel like not too long ago. I got.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
I have a $100 bond in one case.
Yeah, I put 80 on. It was 180. I remember I came up there. I paid $240, and then she was like,
Case.
"I can't hear you."
I'm just looking at the bonds that you have placed on these.
Oh,
I have a $10 bond on that case.
Mm-hmm.
I got 120. I have a $100 bond on that case. That's $220. 230. That's a $10 bond. So it looks like you have $240 in bond money.
Okay.
All right. So that can be applied. So here are your options.
Mm-hmm.
Options are this: to plead, take the plea. You have two. You have, let me see. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 open cases.
Okay.
And the city is willing to dismiss 4 of those cases, and you can plead guilty to the 2. I told you I would fine you $240 for each case. That would be $480. Seems like you have $240 bond, then that would take care of one of the $240 fees. Then the other one will be a $240 fee. Or Mrs. Garrett, you can set a trial date in these matters. And at that date, the officer will have to come in, and the officer will have to, first of all, remember you and remember the incident based on the ticket and stuff. And the officer would have to prove you guilty for driving without a license, failure to display an operator license, and the other matters that are in the file. So if you go to trial and you win, you'll get your bond money back. The cases will be closed out, and you can go on your way. If you go to trial and, are you listening?
I'm listening to you.
If you go to trial and you lose, then you could be found guilty on all of it. If you come back on that day and the officer is willing to work something out, then y'all can work it out. But if you want to take this deal today, you're going to have to plead guilty to the two counts, and I'm going to fine you $480 total.
So I'm gonna have to still pay $400 and something.
If you take this deal today, if you go to a trial, you may not have to pay anything. You may do better. Huh? Well, you'll have to at least pay $240 because we got.
Okay, I'll pay $240. I'll take that $240.
Well, listen, you're gonna apply your bond, so I want you to understand, so you don't come back. Let's put this on the record.
Okay.
This is the city of Detroit versus Bianca LaShawn Garrett. Case numbers SP 41775 counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number SP 41776 counts 1, 2, and 3. Okay, Ms. Garrett, let's do this on the record so you'll know. I have an offer here. I have an offer here would be to plead to the amended count of failure to display a 0-point ticket. That ticket does abstract to the Secretary of State. I'll fine you $240 in that matter. Okay. The other ticket is an improper plate ticket. That's a zero abstraction ticket. That is a 0-point ticket. I'll fine you $240 in that matter, and I will dismiss all the other matters. You do, I see, have at least $240 in bond. If you were going to plead guilty to those two matters today, then we can apply that bond to one of those tickets. That would seem to cover you for the $240. Then you would have to come in and pay another $240 to get the other matter closed out. I also have told you that you have a right to a trial, and I will give you a trial date if you so please. You can come into court. You can we'll have the officer come into court, and we'll have the officer prove what the allegations in the ticket. If he doesn't prove those allegations beyond a reasonable doubt, then the case will be dismissed. But you could do better at trial, you could do worse at trial, or you could do the same. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't have no questions. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm just gonna come in and pay the money because I don't feel like dealing with it. And I need to get my license. That was when I was younger. I'm older now. I'm trying to do the right thing, so I'm gonna come in and give the money to y'all and leave it alone.
Let me tell you, Mrs. Garrett, you keep saying that you're older now, but you're not acting too much older the way you acted earlier today.
Okay, I understand that, but at the same time, I just feel like, because it's old ticket, so I don't understand why it's still sitting there like it's like you threw out a lot of stuff today. So I'm looking like, okay, these are very old. Some of that stuff you threw out today was that it was.
Listen,
they was fresh.
If I could throw it out, I would. The cases are still. If you come in next year, then they would be 7 years old, and you would get them thrown out. But you're here now. And like I said, I'll give you the opportunity to set a trial. Why don't you talk to your lawyer?
No, I don't even want to go through that. I really don't. I don't feel like it. I don't even feel like going to court today. So.
All right. Mrs. Garrett, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Or you can put your hand down. Mrs. Garrett, do you know you have a right to a trial in this matter?
Yes.
And by taking this offer, you're going to give up that right to the trial, right?
Yes.
And has anybody offered you anything other than what we stated in the record?
No.
And you're taking this offer on your own free will, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, Mrs. Garrett, I'm going to draw your attention to August 31st, 2015 at around 3:36 p.m. in the area of Shaner and East 7 Mile Road in the city of Detroit. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes.
And did that Detroit police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
He didn't ask me that because he pulled me over twice, the same cop. So he knew I didn't have no license. He just gave me another ticket. That's exactly how that went.
Pulled you over, didn't he, Mrs. Garrett?
Huh?
He pulled you over, didn't he?
Yeah, twice.
And at that time, he asked you for a valid driver's license, didn't he?
No, not there. Not the first time he did, because this the same. He pulled me over twice. So he already knew I didn't have no license. No, not on Shaner. He didn't. No, he didn't.
Okay, let me ask you a different way. Did you have a license on that day, Mrs. Garrett?
No.
And why didn't you have a license on that day?
I had a paper permit then, I believe, but I let it expire, so it was no need to, you know.
So your license was you couldn't produce a valid driver's license on that day, right?
Right.
Because you didn't have a license, right?
No.
Okay. The court is going to accept that to your guilty plea to the amended count. Straight up count of failure to display a valid driver's license. I'm going to fine you $240 in that matter. And this is on the same day, Mrs. Garrett. Are you driving a 1999 Mazda?
Yes.
And did that Mazda have the proper plates on the vehicle? Meaning, were they current plates? Were the plates affixed to the vehicle on that day, Mrs. Garrett?
No, it was a paper plate.
And that paper plate expired?
I don't think so. I don't even remember because it's so long. I don't remember, sir. I really don't. I can't tell you what was on that car because I don't have the car and I don't.
Counselor, your lawyer's got to speak for you.
Huh?
Miss Garrett? These are simply yes or no questions. What Your Honor is trying to do is establish a factual basis for the plea. Meaning, you're coming here and you don't want a trial and you're accepting the offer that has been given to you by the prosecution. A condition of accepting that offer is simply answering yes or no and establishing a factual basis. Doing that will establish a record. So when he's asking you questions, it's simply yes or no, and understand that you have to answer these questions so that you can get the plea deal. So simply yes or no, this is not the time to explain, well, I didn't have this or that. If you did want to explain all these things and you did want to defend yourself, you would have to do that at trial. But right now you're accepting the plea. So just establish the factual basis to the best of your ability by answering the judge's questions with the simple yes or no. You understand that, Ms. Garrett? Thank you, Ms. Garrett.
Is that yes, Mrs. Garrett?
Yes.
All right. So on that day, did you have a valid plate on the vehicle, Mrs. Garrett?
No.
Court is going to find that you're guilty of an improper plate. I'm going to fine you $240 in that matter. I'm going to dismiss all the other matters. Mrs. Garrett, I see you have a bond here. And it totals about $240. What we can do is we can have that bond apply. But if we do that, it's going to take some time. If you want to come down yourself and apply that bond in person, then it'll be a lot quicker. Other than that, how much time would you need to pay? The total is $480. That's without applying your bond. How much would you need to pay? How long would you need to pay that?
I will be able to pay that next. I will be able to pay that next month.
Next month. I'm gonna give you 60 days, Mrs. Garrett.
Okay.
All right, if you find yourself in the position that you're not able to make that payment, then I would hope that you chime back in 60 days. That would be August 16th, 2021, and let me know so we can see if we can get you some more time. I don't want this to turn into a situation where there's extra penalties and fees. I'm gonna waive all warrant costs, but you're gonna pay the reinstatement fees. So you're gonna be responsible for the reinstatement fees. All
How much
right?
is those? Those, you talking about Secretary of State?
Yeah, those are $45 a piece. So you have 6 reinstatement fees that you're gonna have to pay as well.
Okay.
All right, do you want our clerk to apply that bond for you?
No, I don't. I'm just gonna come down there tomorrow.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. And if you don't have any other questions, then you are free to leave.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Judge, can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
So usually, and I know that every judge and every courtroom has different procedure, but for something like this, I noticed that Miss Alexander, she was a little indignant and so forth. But the reason I wasn't really chiming in was only because she didn't indicate on the record that she wanted to have a court-appointed attorney, and I didn't at the beginning of the matter put my appearance on the record. And so the only reason why I was hesitant to say anything was because I didn't have that appearance. So in your courtroom, do you normally just do we just assume that I'm there, and if the defendant is acting any type of way, I can just step in? I didn't want to necessarily speak without that permission.
Definitely, Mr. Reed, these are basically your clients. I appreciate the fact that you're not, you don't jump in, but most definitely, if you can kind of help them and get them in the right position, then that's what you're here to do. So don't worry about sort of interrupting or anything. And if I need you, I'll make sure I tell you to step in. I don't have a problem with that. But everything's good though.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Yeah, everything's good. No problem at all. I appreciate you being here, and you're doing a very good job when you do. But yeah, each one of these are just as much as your headache as it is mine, Mr. Reed.
Yes, most definitely. I'm glad we were able to get through today. Definitely.
Yes. All right, if there's nothing further, that's going to be it. We're going to close this out.
Okay, well, you take care, and until the next time I see you, please stay safe, and you as well, Madam Court Reporter.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
I was on mute, but I said, thank you, Mr. Reed. You do the same.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye. That was real different for me, Judge. Oh, we're still